All right, so it's been a minute. I don't know. It's going by so fast. So ended up the last season, as we know, one angler of the year for my club. We had our championship uh, event, our classic. Um, Managed to um, win that one as well. So that was pretty cool. Um, I was going to, or the plan was from December until the first tournament of the new year for me, which was uh, January 12th. I was going to work on throwing um, jigs and swim baits. I did none of that. Absolutely none of it. I did manage to go out a couple times prior to um, the first tournament of the year, and I got a couple fish on some reaction and mostly on drop shot. But all the plan, all the stuff I was supposed to do to work on techniques I'm not really good at, I didn't do. So with that, the goal now is to um, every time I go fishing, no matter what lake, what it is, I'm going to throw a glide bait and or a big swim bait. And it won't be for the whole day, of course. I'm not going to do that. Um, Trying to win tournaments, but I'm definitely going to do that. Just I got to get better at it, and I think the more comfortable I am with it, the more times I use it, the more proficient I'll be. That's the goal: be proficient with it. Um, what else has happened? Did the forward facing sonar still? It's still tough. I'm getting it to work for me. I can see the fish. The bait drops right down to it, and I even see the mesh point where it comes together, but no hookups. Um, for the most part, no hookups. I did get one this past weekend, or this last tournament on January 12th. Uh, I was able to see one on the graph, throw to it, and it was just like pitching down into a chimney. Fish came up, grabbed it. I saw the mesh point. I didn't feel any weight, but I set the hook and the fish was on. So maybe that's just what I have to do. Is just when I see the mesh, instead of waiting for uh, the weight of the fish, maybe I just need to start setting it when I see that mesh point. But anyway, it's going to still keep working on that, trying to get better at that. As for the first tournament of the year, it was at El Cap. It was a federation tournament. It was cold. I don't like cold. I don't know who does, but I know I don't. But I did layer up. I had gloves on. They worked great. And I was out there throwing, of course, throwing a buzz bait. No big bites on that. Um, my jerk bait bite, that's the reaction bite I was getting. Jerk bait bite. I didn't get any to go on a jerk bait. Don't know what happened, but I did get my fish shallow and drop shot with the orange crusher. So put it out now. If you're going to LCAP, I get it. There's a tournament at the end of the month, and if you're checking this out and gonna fish it, good luck to you. But um, the fish are shallow. I've talked about this before. When in San Diego, the fish actually start to move up. Uh, Everyone laughs me out of the room, but I'm telling you now, if you throw up shallow with your drop shot or whatever soft plastic you want, and or jerk bait, you're gonna get bit. That's where they're at. And you probably can't throw shallow enough. So keep that in mind. Of course, you're gonna see those out there in the middle of the lake scoping. Um, that worked too for some people, but for the event, the pros, most of them came in with limits. I was not one of them. Only had four. Um, on the Angler side, there was only a few limits, so fishing was slow. But I expected to pick up. Like I said, we had our tournament January 12th. I think the next tournament there, big tournament, is I think the 29th. So more fish will move up most likely. So keep pitching up shallow if you can. I know some people are getting them on jigs now. I threw that as well. No love for me. Once again, should have been practicing, right? But I didn't. So that's where we're at. Dig it. Um, just out on the water this past weekend, just keeping the skill sharp. Went to Otai. Um, Once again, this may shock you, but caught my fish shallow, drop shot, orange crusher. Uh, Pulled up on two, basically a long flat. Was fishing in about 6 feet of water, and it was real quick. It would hit the bottom. I let it sit for you know a little bit. We'll just say probably about a minute, 2 minutes before I did anything. Feel a line jump, set the hook. It's like that. Ended up catching 7 fish. And I really didn't fish that long. Fish from about like 10, um, 10 to 3. Well, I guess that is, it's all relative. I fished from 10 to 3, caught 7 fish, and felt pretty good about it. Nothing major, had about 7 pounds. There was a tournament there. Looks like 13 pounds won it, but they only had one limit. Excuse me. Yeah, real life is happening. But, you know, I did scoot around the lake a lot more. I was searching for stuff. I did throw um, big bait, so I'm proud of myself for that. But like I said, nothing. Still trying to get something. So with that, look to get more videos out, more content. If you haven't seen, I did post one of my 2 fish I caught during practice at El Cap. Posted that up there, and yeah, look for more videos. Thank everybody for tuning in. Tight lines.